What's up, guys? Miz talking sports. You know what we're going to talk about. Listen, horrible game yesterday. We already know this. Not going to beat a horse with the same bat. It's just the same crap. The team's playing like garbage. And for the first time, I could actually say this team had quit yesterday. I saw Bradbury let up instead of blasting Cup. He could have blasted him from inside the 5-yard line. He could have laid him out, let him walk right in. He just kind of like slowed up at the end. He had an angle on him. You know? I watch Peppers. He's not giving up, but he doesn't have the ability to cover guys downfield. He's out of position, and they don't have him playing his game. He did blitz off the corner once or twice, and he did put big hits on the quarterback. That's where he should be. I don't know what's going on and what their scheme is. It ain't working. We're talking about a top 8 defense in the league last year. Right now is ranked 29th in the NFL. It's embarrassing, man. You know, I'm not going to come up here every single week and do this rant shit every week. I'm not going to rant just to tickle people's pickles and make everybody laugh because they love watching the rant and the anger. And I got news for you. The fans outside the fan base, they love watch us. They love watching this shit. They love watching us angry, man. People love company. Misery loves company. People love hate. The hate is real, but hey, it ain't about that. You can't even sit here and defend it no more. We used to come up with ways, you know. Oh, yeah, well, we're coming. Oh, we're young. We're growing. This kid Jones. Barkley's a beast, you know. Tony. Oh, you know. We just won 2 Super Bowls not too long ago. Starting to get long ago. Starting to get there, man. I mean, you know. Yeah, there are teams that wish they had our history, but who cares? Because right now, we line up every Sunday. And our heart makes us sit and watch this shit. But the brain knows we can't win. We can't win, man. We're not going to win the game. We can't win the game. And now we're lining up backups. People want to aim their anger at somebody, you know? We want to be mad at someone. It makes people happy to fire somebody because it means change. Not necessarily, not in week 6 of the NFL, man. You can't fire people. Don't tell me Freddie Kitchens is going to take over the team, all right? Stop this crap. Freddie Kitchens couldn't make it in Cleveland. What makes you think he's going to be some special coordinator over here? Garrett ain't even the issue, man. Because right now, Garrett don't even have his soldiers. And you ain't got your soldiers to play the game. How are you going to go to war? How are you scoring? You got Jones off a concussion, playing behind a line where 4 out of the 5 guys are backups. You have him lining up in the 4th quarter down by 30. All right? Behind a guy named Cunningham. Some guy we just picked up in Key Food in the supermarket in aisle 9 because he looks fat like an old lineman. We've become a joke. My brothers, when fans are coming to the circus, they're looking to see us, the red-nosed clown. We've become the clown of the league, man. And it hurts me to say it, man. Believe me, let's get real. 4 out of 5 linemen are backups. One of them is not even an NFL player. Dude, you want to give Pert some time to play? Go ahead. But not at the expense of your franchise quarterback's life, man. Are you serious? Is this real? What are we, a Pop Warner team now? We'll throw the receiver in at center. We'll put the running back in at corner. Who cares? Play 2-3 ways. What does it matter? Send the quarterback in to punt the ball. Why don't we have Jones punt some footballs next week? You know what I mean? We become the doo-doo-doo of the league, man. What are we doing here? This ain't even football no more, man. I mean, we went over this last week. We have a running back right now who's a land turtle. You don't even have to line up 4 guys on the line to stop him. You might be able to stop him with 2. It's pathetic. First play of the game. Soldiers, who I thought would be a good idea to bring him back. He was giving back a lot of money. He was doing the right thing, and we needed the extra pieces. So you bring him back. First play of the game pretty much sums up this guy's 6 weeks here. 6 weeks into the season, one play sums up his entire season. He stands up. He puts his hand out. Totally misses the guy, Floyd. And Floyd bends around the side and comes around untouched. This guy, Soldiers, doesn't even think, let me grab the guy. Don't let him take a free blind shot at my quarterback who's just coming off of a major concussion. You would have thought it was Lawrence Taylor for a moment. Bending on an angle, coming full speed. His eyes lit up. A free Daniel Jones just starting the motion. Bang! Jones gets destroyed and the ball goes another way. Yo, if I'm Daniel Jones, I walk right up to Joe Judge and I tell him, hey, coach, here's the football. You piece of shit. Go quarterback yourself. Don't put me out there to die behind 3 scabs and a key food worker. This is a damn joke. We went over this over the summer. I told all you we needed an O-lineman. Maybe 2 or 3. We didn't draft any. No, we go and draft 5 more corners. On top of the one that we just paid millions to. Alright? We all knew. I don't care what you guys say. I don't care what anyone says. One defensive tackle doesn't make a defense. Wrong. Sorry. Delvin Tomlinson was more than just a defensive tackle. He was a leader. He was a beast. He had heart. He was a dog. Alright? The man made players around him step their game up, and that's why we had a good D last year. No, not because we played weak quarterbacks. You play who you play. Our best defensive game of the year was against the Seahawks and Russell Wilson in Seattle, where nobody hardly ever wins. I don't care if there was a 12th man or not. That defense showed it was a good defense last year. Never said great, good. You regressed, you fell back, you dropped big time. Alright? So you let Delvin Tomlinson go, who came up to you and told you, I will give you a hometown discount because I really want to be here. Him, Leo, and Dexter together were one of the best forces in the league. Interior. We were getting a pass rush. We were creating sacks because of those 3 in the middle. You lost him. Leo ain't free to step out to the outside and pass rush because you don't have Tomlinson. Martinez wasn't running freely this year, whether injured or not. He got injured, unfortunately. But you could tell in the first game or 2, it didn't look the same. Alright? You got nobody that scares anything off the edges. The guy Carter is a bust. You can now use the word bust. He's a bust. He ain't good. We are New York Giant fans. We are used to some of the best edge rushers ever. Right now, you're looking at trash. Trash can. Stop bringing up the name Zimenez. Every time people bring this guy's name up, they make him sound relevant. He ain't. He's not relevant. He's garbage. Alright? He don't belong in the NFL. I told you guys this. Not even as a backup. You don't never want to see this guy on the field, man. Not even on special teams. You got kids here like Azeez. It's going to take a little while, but he still ain't a one. You ain't going to get out of him what we think we could get out of him until we go draft a beast defensive end. Go get a real linebacker. There's going to be changes, man. And don't get me wrong. This team can get healthy, get back good players that they're missing, because we are missing more players than any team in the NFL. And we're talking about starting solid playmakers. You might get them back. Barkley, Galladay, Tony now went down. Hey, let's face it, man. Whether you like it or not, as soon as Tony twisted that ankle, the game was over. Shut your TV out. I could have saved you a whole afternoon. You could have went out on a nice sunny day and enjoyed yourself. The game was over. Guess what? The game was over. It went from 3-0 to 28-3. The guy had 40 yards on his first drive. The Rams had no answer. Ramsey alone would not hold him. Two guys may not hold him. He was opening up other players on the field. Once you lost him, done. We had nobody that scares anybody. Shepard don't scare anybody. I don't care how nice of a guy. He's been here 7 years. He's a good Giant. He puts his heart into it. That's nice. Man don't scare nobody. Too many injuries also. I'm not gonna sit here and go crazy and scream at the at the video and tell you guys know how I feel. You know I'm a diehard. All right. We all know we are all tired of this shit. It's shit, man. You could sit here and don't tell me there's not a black cloud hanging over MetLife Stadium. All right. And I'm gonna tell you something. We've gone over this before, and I brought this up a few years ago, and I always bring it up. Time for the NFL to do away with these turfs, especially in MetLife. Hey, Mara, are you out there? Spend a couple of dollars. Stop being stingy. You have a large investment of money in quality players that are losing knees and ankles on this dirtbag, shit-ass turf. Go back to the old Meadowlands, not the Meadowlands, the old Giant Stadium. We had grass. I remember we had grass when we went to the Super Bowl in 2000. Go back, lay down a nice grass. I don't care. Maintain it. It'll cost you a little money. You got 2 NFL organizations in the stadium. So you ain't got no excuses for money. Share it. Lay down a nice grass and get a maintenance crew. I'll come down there and I'll maintain the grass and sprinkle it for you. How about that? So I don't have to watch Barkley and Tony and lose ankles and knees. Like 3 years ago when we lost Marshall, Shepard, Odell. How many players we lost that one day on that disgusting turf? All broken ankles. It's not by bad luck or coincidence. The field's garbage. It's that fake black pebble turf. I know, because I've coached on it. All right? And these players today are bigger, muscular, stronger, and faster than ever. And they're wearing these cleats with these 3-inch cleats on the bottom, all right? And their foot gets stuck in the grass, and when they try to turn the other way, there's no give for the ankle or the knee. Done. And it's happening too often, too easily, and too often to the Giants. You don't sit every season and make excuses. Oh, injuries killed our season because we were losing before the injuries. But I believe this team would be much better if we could be healthy, have a couple of these pieces back. Or what do you know it? You're having a nice drive, and you're looking like, wait, we might compete with the Rams today. And there you go. Tony makes a cut, abuses somebody. The next thing you know, he's on the floor screaming. His ankle's cracked or whatever it is, man. Hey, I'm tired of it. There goes another weapon for us. What, you think his ankle's going to be brand new in 2 weeks? Nah, this shit's going to linger, man. Because the type of player Tony is, okay? He's a cutter. He stops, goes, cuts, steps backwards. His ankles are everything, man. So, you're looking at in a few weeks, he can't just come back half-assed. That's not the type of gamer he is. Look, man, I'm going to talk to my entire fan base right now. And I'm going to challenge this fan base to do something. John Mara is the owner of the New York Giants. And it's been trash for 8 out of 9 years. And it's only gotten worse. Now, I'm not going to tell you he doesn't care. He does. Because he spent a lot of money in order to try to be a playoff team this year. So you know he's trying. He wants it. He wants it. You got to get the right guys up top. You don't have the right guys up top. Listen, I'm a big Gettleman supporter. I don't blame all of this on him. But I do open my eyes and I do realize maybe it's time to go with a younger GM. Gettleman's gotten older. He had cancer. He was sick. So the man was a big-time scout. He would go out in the fields around the country and scout players, even as a GM. And he can't do that anymore. He's gotten older, he's sick, and he's not out there doing hands-on work. Last draft, you took the key away, you gave it to Judge. He wanted a receiver in the first round. Okay, whatever it is. I'm not a believer in changing coaches every 2-3 years. The losing organizations, historically, that's what they do. You got to stick a road, even if it's hard in the beginning, if you want to see light at the end of the tunnel. And that could take 3, 4, 5 years. The man can't build his type of team in 1 year. Let's be serious. And going out and buying a lot of free agents isn't going to do it either. You got to do it through the draft. You got to go young. You got to groom the team together. That's how you build a team. It takes time to grow. You have yourself a franchise quarterback. You got a real good franchise tackle. All right? We have pieces. We have the weapons. You don't need to look for any more weapons. We all know what this next draft's going to be about. The trenches. Stack this O-line, get a center, get a right guard, go get a real linebacker, and get a pass rusher. I don't care in what order it is. Well, here's the thing. The question is it going to be blown up? Or are we bringing back this regime? Or the third option is, and people don't like this, you can find a younger GM that is in line with Joe Judge and keeping Daniel Jones. Someone who has the belief in this, who also has an eye for talent. And I'd like to go outside the box and not stick within anymore. Do something different, Mara. Because you don't do change. And no change means the apple ain't falling far from the shitty-ass tree. Right now, we're a tree with no apples. We're garbage. I don't care. It hurts. But we gotta look right in the mirror. Look in the mirror, man. Look in the mirror. See the clown that we've become. We are the circus of the NFL, man. The New York Giants. It's embarrassing, bro. No, we're worse than the Lions. We are worse than the Texans. You know why? Because there ain't no expectations out of those organizations. We are the New York Football Giants, man. We've become a clown. Bottom line. So I come out and I challenge this fan base. Tonight, the New York Giants, as a fan base, stop going to the games. Don't go to the stadium no more. Because when the stadium is empty, this early in the season, I'm talking about empty for 4 quarters. The only fans there are the opposing team's fans. So the Giants will be playing road games at home. You want to strike ownership and you want a major change and you demand to become the old school Giants again? Stop going to the games. Don't go to the games. Bottom line. Don't go to the games with a bag on your head. Stop supporting the team and stop paying. Enough. And when it stops, the Giants will make the changes that are necessary. Okay? Up top, on the team, even the field will come back. We are some of the most loyal, diehard fans on the planet. It's hard to not go to the game. But it also sends a message loud and clear. We're done. We're done with this shit. We expect more. We expect Super Bowls. Right now, we're the furthest thing from a Super Bowl. Shit is dark. Dark and ugly. There's no structure. And we don't have a direction. Don't go. Say no. I don't want to be a clown anymore. Hey, Mr. Mara, we're done being clowns. We expect more of you. And nobody hates you. We just expect more. And I know you do too. Start doing your homework. Be proactive. Demand you start looking for the players that need to be traded. Pick up more picks now. Forget the rest of this season. Start reaching out. I don't care. And thinking about your next regime. Who's it going to be? You're going to keep the coach? You better find a GM that's in line. If not, you got to blow the whole thing up and get a whole new staff. And you better be looking into it now. Fan base ain't doing this for another year. I'm speaking for an entire fan base. We're done. It's ugly. It's a disgrace. We're the New York Football Giants. We're so much better than this. It's gotta end, people. Go get new scouts. Go find rough, physical dogs. Players that want to hit somebody and knock them out and bleed for the blue jersey. No more of this half-assed player who comes here to collect a retirement check. End it. Get back to the trenches. Get back to the New York Giants football. This is The Miz.